think it's not a good
Hold
thing
on,
for our
please. Hold on.
president.
Hold on.
I just
Hold
want to
on,
tell you
please.
that.
Hold on.
One
Hold
second,
on.
I won't cut you out. I promise.
I want
You
you to
know
hold
the
on.
reason why
Just you hold
president,
on.
no,
You are
because
cutting
I
me.
can hear what you're about to say. I know what you're about to say. The reason why President Tshisekedi can't do international business, because look what happened to Congo when we went to go ask other people to come into our country. Look what they're doing to us now. When we went to go ask for other people to support Congo in wars, look how
Since
they
your
turned on
military,
the
hold
Congolese.
on. That was why I said you should hold on. That was why I said you should hold on. When you guys, your military is weak, what do? You need to reach out. Now, Rwanda is compromised. Burundi is compromised. Which other country close to you guys can compromise? They're all compromised. Now, your president needs to reach out.
Bro,
He
he's
needs to
reaching
start
out to
making those
Chad.
moves. He needs to reach out.
He reached out to
He needs to
Chad. You know,
start
Chad, the small
spending
country.
those taxpayers' money in something that is necessary.
I love
He needs to
this
start
stuff.
reaching out. He needs military equipments. He needs cars. He needs tracking systems. He needs to start reaching out. Think about it, guys. Let's make this make sense. Thank you very much.
Okay. So one point is,
But
you
to be
see, I don't
fair,
think
Baba T, hold
President
on, Phil,
Tshisekedi should
just
be
one
leaving the
second.
DRC
Just
very
one
often.
second, Phil, please. To be fair, we need to understand that the first term of Tshisekedi, he wasn't governing on his own. He had to govern with Kabila. Tshisekedi couldn't do anything. The strategic departments were under Kabila. So he is only in this term kinda taking over, which is in
Miss
1 year.
Gus, did he not know this before he signed that contract? He knew this. He knew
Yeah,
this
but
before he became
this is the
president.
whole this is what I'm saying to you, Jama. There was no ways that Kabila was going to release power to the Congolese people because Kabila the son is not Congolese. So he had no choice but to do that in order for him to come out. So I don't understand what Tshisekedi is supposed to do because his whole, for 18 years, that whole cabinet infiltrated, army infiltrated, strategic places that Kabila held the first term.
I'm good.
She's right.
Look after the
She's
baby. Can I
right.
ask you a
She's
question?
correct.
Please, I think on this panel, everybody should be speaking when it's their time. Talking over or each other, it's just not sending anything. It's just like we're arguing or trying to make points over each other. Please, I think we should just be doing it one after the other, not certain people speaking over and over, and other people won't even have their time to speak. Please. However, the next person can speak, but I need to ask Ma'am Go's question after the next one because I also want to make my own submission.
I just wanted to say, regardless of what we might think of Sekedi, he's toting a fine line, okay? And I honestly think he's trying to do the best he can before they take him out and put on another puppet that they can control. So, and even think about it, the millions of people if he knew about the contract he was signing and said, okay, I'm going to sign this, get there, and little by little try to make a change for my people. He's seen what happened to Mobutu. He's seen what happened to his predecessors. Habyarimana tried to negotiate with these people. They shot his plane out of the sky. So, I'm pretty sure they're going to kill him or unalive him. It's just a matter of time. I just wondering if spending our time mocking the little that he's trying to do I'm not saying he's the best president. Africa does not have a president that's any good, actually. But he's trying to do the best that he can before they take him out. They've done that to a lot of presidents. And if he can make a change, maybe in the heads of the heads of military, because the heads of military, most of them are Banyamulenge, which is aka Tutsi. He has to make a change in that. There is one that he took off, and that one immediately joined the M21. Okay, so like honestly speaking, yes, we can be mad at him, but what else? What better? Can you come up with a better plan that doesn't involve losing other 18 million people? Because I'm speaking in the comfort of my home, and I'm safe and I'm warm. But there is a child who is carrying clothes and crying. So we can't speak for those people in the comfort of our homes, like Baba T is saying. Most of us are not even in Africa. We are running away from the debt of Africa, and then we're speaking about, oh, let's do something. They are going to make the mistake of the Hutus, and my people lost because of rage. You have to move silently. And listen, Zekeri might be a puppet, might be a doons, as you say, and if he's lucky and they don't take him out, maybe you can even have a chance to, I don't know, have safety within your borders, then vote him out. I'm pretty sure he would be very happy to retire after that. Because look at what he's facing. If he does what Mugabe did, kicks everybody out, he could get sanctioned by the UN. That means there's no things like food and medicine and stuff for the local people. That's one thing he's facing. The US controls. I'm telling them. US controls the UN security board. And then he has to face that too. And then he has discovered the contracts that Kagame had with Kabila. And then he has to dismantle that too. And then he has to dismantle which cabinet. He's very smart for putting that minister of, I think, foreign affairs, that lady. She's a very smart lady,
Very
that one.
smart move.
So
Very
she's
smart
doing
move. I
the best
agree.
that she could. And she's educating people. She's doing the best that she could. This man is following the art of war. You have to move silently with your plan. And he's also playing with his life. These people have murdered other presidents. He's not the first one. And he'll be lucky if he sees another term. Okay? The people here who are cooking for him, the people who are changing his clothes, the people who are his bodyguards, all you hear is, oh, he was fat, he had an accident, he had a heart attack. Poor Tshisekedi, let us pray. That's all you hear. You want to know what happened to the man when he was trying his best? They're all crying. Hey, we hate Tshisekedi. What else do you want? Can you do better
I
than
mean,
him?
that's what they did to his dad.
Can you do better than him? Can you bring peace for the local everyday Congolese who's walking with bags for 10 days to go back home? Can you bring peace for them? Those are the people that Tshisekedi is thinking about, not you in Europe, busy sitting in a warm chair. Oh.
Sis has got a point still.
Okay.
She has a point. She has a point with the stuff that she said. I
Like,
agree.
there are mothers who are being. Do you understand what grape does to a woman? Eh?
I'm sorry to say this. When you
Stories,
see the videos and pictures coming out from Congo,
brother,
there are
Baba
women,
T, I love you.
women
I
and
love you,
kids,
brother. I
women
do.
and
I have
kids,
love and
women
respect
and
for you.
kids, women and
Okay?
kids, our mothers, women and kids.
Yes. I have a cousin in who is now mad. He was forced
It's like nobody to
to
protect
grape
them.
his mother.
Nobody. It's
He
like
was forced
nobody.
to grape
They're
his
just
mother. And this is
running
the
from
thing
one
they're
place to
doing.
Jesus
another, running
Christ.
from one place to another. They're just
I
running
did
from
I.
one place to
Did this
another.
happen? Did this happen in Congo? Or was that in back home?
It happened in Congo. He was part of the Hutu that escaped through Congo.
Jesus Christ. This is
He
so
was
sad.
forced to grape his mother, and his mother died, and he went mad. These are
Oh
the
my
things that they are
God.
doing to people.
There should be no fly zone in Congo. I don't think there should be a fly zone for now.
This this is what they are doing. And
Tshisekedi
these are the
actually
people,
closed
I
the
don't
fly
think you have
zone
to
people
know
from
that
if I'm
Rwanda
Sikidi,
Tshisekedi
I don't think it should be
airspace.
fly zone.
He's closed the
If I'm Sikidi,
airspace.
all borders should be locked. He should lock all the borders. The borders from
yes.
Rwanda should be locked. All borders should be closed. All
Look, you can hate
Congolese
the man.
soldiers should be Congolese
They're all
soldiers should
closed,
be in
bro.
those borders, defending their
The borders are
borders.
closed.
All borders should close. I don't understand who is giving
The bo-
orders in that country. Who
the
is
borders
giving
are closed,
orders?
bro. They are closed. The
Baba
one
T,
the
they said the
Burundi is
borders are
closed.
closed.
Babati, he's closed
They're
the
closed.
airspace. They've
Good.
And the
closed
So
border is
where are
closed as well.
M23 and the rest coming from?
The border
The
is closed, bro.
the 100 plus militia. Where are they coming from? Where are they getting their weapons from?
That's a good
Oh,
question,
The
Babati.
problem is the border
Uganda,
of
they're not
Rwanda.
coming through. They're coming from Goma side. They're coming from Goma side because M23 are the ones controlling that side. So that's where they're coming from.
Oh my God.
Okay, these people need to leave you alone. And once you Congo has everyone wants a hand in it, whether it's a corporation, whether it's a world power, whether it's a country, everyone wants a piece of Congo. And Congo is literally the heart of Africa. If Congo falls, we all suffer. You know that, right?
That's what people
So
don't get. People who are coming and talking nonsense and adding fuel to the fire, they're not thinking like that.
if Congo falls, think about the human body. If the heart falls, what happens to the rest of the body? Huh? Segedi look at the man. He's not even smiling with his full face. Do you think he sleeps well? Even I wouldn't be.
This
Fighting.
thing,
He's trying his best.
Adelaine, this thing was so strategic. In November, they tried the coup d'etat, right? In the same breath, they started hypening the Kulani boys. I mean, Chisekedi is just like, okay, then they come in full force. If people must go look the plan for Zaire that was constructed in 1994, 1996. This is what we're seeing today. It's
Segedi
not
needs to be
My
done
sister
more.
Gus, you know how he
Definitely.
mentioned Kabila? Do you believe Kabila could be the root problem of how Congo's downfall has become?
it's
Because
not
he's
it's
the one who
he
started this
is
problem.
he
Yes.
Yeah,
is
he is.
We need
Yeah,
to
he
deal
is.
with
son.
him.
He
Yes.
was brought in to infiltrate the strategic places, the government,
Yes.
the army, everything that you see, the Congolese soldiers not getting paid. It is
Is that
Kabila.
idiot? Yeah,
It is
yeah,
him
yeah.
who weakened from the inside Congo.
Exactly. It's not Chisekedi, it's
Ask
Kabila that started
anyone.
this problem. So
Ask anyone. Sorry,
sorry.
sister. Ask
Sorry, my
anyone
sister,
who's
go on.
older than, like my grandpa. Like, you know how old people speak in riddles. When I ask my grandpa to tell me about the Congolese army before Kabila, he says they were warriors. They were warriors. And the only way to defeat warriors is to what? To weaken them. And
Yeah.
that's what Kabila has been doing.
And do you know what I was about to say to you guys, my Congolese brothers and sisters? What I'm happy about is Kabila violated Congo for a very long time. But you see, this time Congolese people are not going to allow Tutsis to be in power no more in Congo. Respectfully, we're not. We might be taking a while to find the strategic, and I applaud Tshisekedi for what he's doing because it's not easy. It's not easy to come into an institution that is messed up, corrupted, and you don't know who's who. That as Adeline said, we're all talking, criticizing him, saying, "Oh, he's not a good president. He's not a good president." But what would you do if you came into a place that is messed up? We can't speak based on emotions. And my sister Gast is saying the truth. The person that messed up our country is Kabila, and our president told us it's him that's behind this issue to come back, probably trying to come back to power to try to abuse the Congolese people. And this is something we cannot allow. The Tutsis keep saying they're coming to save Congo. Who are you saving Congo for? You are not Congolese people. You're Congolese people that came in as visitors. Behave yourself. This is a criminal matter. You can't choose a president for us. If we as Congolese as a whole want to choose a president, then let us choose a president. But we are not going to allow you to force out a president so you could put a better president for us. It's not making no sense. It's not making no sense. And as Congolese, we don't agree. Go on, brother.
And I
I just have a question. Since when? Hello to everyone. First of all, please. Since when do you think he knows that Kabila is the one that left the mess?
Because look at it. Look at Congo's.
From the
since
time
when?
he came into
Hold
power.
on.
Into power. Look
That makes it.
Powder.
That makes it.
In order
the
for
way
him
I
to come
think,
in power,
no,
exactly.
I
And you know what's crazy? We
he
never
had to
questioned
sign
nobody.
those
My sister.
My sisters.
My
It
sister,
was
do you know what I was about to
6
say?
years, right?
Wait, my brother, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer you back. Nobody
Yes,
ever
please.
questioned how Laurent Kabila died. And then they just put,
Yes.
no Congolese brought this man to our country. He just came in and messed up the whole economy of Congo. And now he's trying to pin it onto Sekedi. We're not going to play that game. Every Congolese knows who the problem is in Congo. We know. We're not stupid. We know. Congolese people are not oblivious to what's going on. We know what the problem is. Yeah, go on, brother. Go on. And go on, sister.
I agree with you. What I meant is, like when you know the problem comes from this guy. My question is just like, what has he done to clean up that mess?
Trying, brother. This is why he removed all the
first term.
corrupted
Sorry,
people.
sister,
He
hold on.
shuffled
Sorry,
all
sister.
the.
I'll
He
be
shuffled.
quiet. One second.
His first term, he had to, because he went into that contract to get power. He had to share the cabinet his first 4 years of presidency. He had to work with Kabila. Kabila operated the strategic.
I've been listening to, I think it's Mabaso, something, right? Maboso.
my boss.
When it comes to, yes, noted. When it comes to our strategic position in the global arena, I've got a slightly different position when it comes to what he's saying. South Africa
and
is
I
indeed
think,
This whole thing was when he
yeah,
said, let's go 50-50. Goma's not as bad as what you're saying it is. We're actually opening up Goma. Because for the longest time, people didn't even want to talk about Goma. People just thought it was infested. They were stealing and stealing. Tshisekedi came and said, no, let's go 50-50.
they called
That's
it,
what opened everything.
yeah, they called it a silent genocide, a silent genocide. What Sekedi has done has brought it to the front. Now even white people are asking, wait, is this really happening in Africa? Is this where my phone comes from? Everybody is knowing what's happening in Congo. It's no longer a silent genocide. So that's what Sekedi has done.
No.
Sister, I think
No,
that's what we have done,
that's
not
wrong. It's
Tshisekedi.
because we are making
as the
noise.
people, because
Hold on,
we're
please.
talking about
Not
it on
because of
social media.
Sekedi that the world now know. It's because we the people, you Congolese guys, are now making noise on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Not Sekedi.
Yeah.
Baba, I'm
People,
not saying
no,
that we didn't
hold on.
contribute,
People
but
are now making noise about it
listen,
worldwide, not
My
listen,
Sekedi.
Baba,
brother,
listen,
listen to what
Baba,
she's saying. She
listen
didn't
to what
say
I'm saying.
Chisekedi.
I'm not
She
saying
said,
only him.
yeah.
If he's the only one to go out and say that, and then we are complaining about him, the narrative will be he's a stupid president. He's not speaking for his people. What he's saying is being backed up by what the people are saying. So people in the EU, they are starting to question the contracts that Kagame is saying he can fulfill for Cobalt when he doesn't have the mines. I mean, for that amount. Where are you
They
getting that amount?
suspended him even.
They suspended it.
Sus-
Exactly.
Adeline, to be fair, they already signed a 900, they know that Rwanda doesn't have those things. I'm watching the EU because they're pretending as if they the ones that have a hand. They know that they are
Of course
depleted
they
in their
know.
ammunition, and they need all of those things to replenish because of what has happened in Ukraine and so on and so forth.
And
So
that's
the
what's
EU now is
annoying
coming to
me.
play as if they were never part of the story. They were part of the story. They have been supporting Kagame for the longest time. Now they're coming in front and be like, oh, we're suspending the contracts. And they are part and parcel of the unaliving that is happening in Goma. So we shouldn't
And
be
that's
like,
what's
they are
annoying
taking
me.
they gave him the contract. How many? I think it was 900 million euros that already signed a contract with Paul Kagame, knowing the geological point on the ground, knowing that they don't have that amount to sustain it. They know this. They've been giving arms, and then they sanctioned Congo. Congo could not buy
That's
or have arms to defend themselves for like what, 20 years, and now they're coming out as angels. I don't take that. I'm sorry, that's just me.
And that's what's annoying me. Why our president again is going to them again, which is not making sense. It's like
Exactly.
I said.
This is
Imagine
what I
you're
was about to
fighting with your
say.
friend, and then
Now,
you
you
go
guys are
to
not
your friend's dad
understanding
again to
what I'm
ask for
saying.
help. It doesn't make
Thank you.
sense, man.
Thank you. Now, you guys are not understanding what I've been saying. Thank you, guys.
See, I'm on your side. Honestly, I'm on your side. All I'm saying is, if anyone
Can I say
if anyone
something? Can I say
remembers,
something?
sorry,
Can I
I'll
say
just
something?
land and finish. Will you remember? If anyone remembers what happened with Mugabe in Zimbabwe when he chased all the white people out, his country plummeted to the end. So listen. It's a fine line. That other guy said maybe we need to be colonized again. I am leaning on that direction. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what else we can do, honestly.
What do you mean you're leaning on that direction?
We are unable to rule ourselves, brother. Look, Sudan is
That's
falling.
what they want you
Rwanda
to
is
believe.
falling.
They want you to believe that you are unable.
My son
No.
just said,
It's not that you are
no, no,
unable. They
no,
want
no,
you to
no, no,
believe
no.
that you are unable.
Thank you to your
We are
son. His
able.
Listen,
wisdom is
my 2-year-old just said, no, 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 no.
Do you know why? Do you know why
exactly.
we
His
are able?
ancestors are
Because
speaking through
you
him.
know,
Oh
you
my
know,
God,
you
Sister,
know
stop
please,
being
all
wicked.
the wealth from Africa that they steal. That's what they used to build their countries to make it look the way it looks. It's not that their country we are unable. They steal from Africa and spend it in their countries and build their countries to look the way it looks and stability. And then we go there and we think, oh wow, this place is better, so much better place to live. It's because in our country we have too much corruption. Let's cut the corruption, we'll go far.
And what can we do, really? Be like Burkina Faso? Because that's like a 1 in a million chance, honestly.
That's
sister,
what we need in
there are
Congo.
many.
We need
We can
sorry, bro,
change
you
our
go.
partners. We can change our
Please, can
partners.
I
If
make
you
my
have a partnership
submission? Please,
that's
can I
not
Yeah,
make my
working,
submission?
go ahead.
Arch, just give me a few seconds, please, and then you
I've
go
been
ahead.
giving everybody a few seconds, and their seconds is on ending. Your seconds aren't ending anytime soon because someone is going to come
While I
and
do,
ask you
go ahead, go ahead, go
questions.
ahead. Speak now.
Greetings,
Actually, go on.
everybody. Hold on, hold on. I'm here. Greetings, everybody. Jamal, I just want you to understand that basically almost all African politicians are not futuristic. And in truth, many of them lack the capacity to truly lead a country. I am saying it from the point of what we have seen so far. Many of them are in the aim of power because you just want to be at the aim of power. None of them have good prospects for the African people. So, indirectly, I am agreeing to what, I don't know if it's Andeline or IGG was saying. Africans, we don't have leaders. What we have are hungry, power hungry, avarice in human creature. We don't. So if you are saying that that's the impression we want white people and white people want us to see, I did tell you that's a big ass lie. If, as an African politician or a president, you don't know what you need to do to stand for your people, then you shouldn't be there. Ibrahim Traore understood this even at 36. But check out the rest of the African continent. Check out the ages of their presidents. You will see people who are twice his age, yet nothing have absolutely come out from their leadership. However, I think part of the problem Congolese are going through is their president. Yes, according to Mam Gus, he may have taken power through some treaties with Kabila. But notwithstanding, I tell you that he knows that what is happening in Congo today, will happen. Nobody will say, I can't pronounce his name because it's almost impossible for me to do. Their president is saddled with the responsibility to be the father of the Congolese. And yet, his first term may have been saddled with a lot of, back and forth, peace, even during his first term, let alone the second term. Let's just say it like two people are playing chess. And we know that in chess game, it's the strategist one that always wins. He should have made alliance, knowing fully well that he is between the devil and deep blue sea. He should have made that alliance. But he's never there. How many times have we heard the people of the Congolese president come out to speak? We have not. Even at the beginning of this saga in Congo, it was predominantly on this TikTok that I kind of made the whole stuff go viral. Yeah, we have some people supporting him. We have some people, against the Rwanda, the Kagame. Fine, but for me,
Sister, are you done?
he is now wanting for a second time. I really, really doubt. He is now going back, just like you people have said, to the same people who bondage them. I mean, it's, for me, it's not futuristic. He is just there to consume, and he is not there for the people of Congo. Whatever anybody has, good for him. But for me, I'm not seeing anything absolutely nice this fella is doing for the people of Congo. And it's so disheartening that even up till now, we're not seeing the bigger picture, that this president is the bigger problem of the people of Congo, notwithstanding whatever he may have done in the earlier, whatever. For me, he is a major problem. And then some people said the people of Congo should rise. Very fine and true too. The people of Congo need to rise. But how do a hungry person
Just a quick question,
rise?
please. Just a quick question, please. What would you do if you were the president?
Is it in my second term, or in my first term, or in overall, whatever?
The war is going on in the east of Congo. What would you do? You are saying that President Tshisekedi is doing nothing.
If you listen to what I said earlier, I said he understood that this actually what is happening now in Congo would emerge when he signed whatever deal he did with the Kabila. He knows.
It's
However,
not him.
I said
When
he should
I
have
think
been
the problem started when President Kabila was in power. He was the one who agreed.
No, we are not talking about Kabila, because Kabila is not. Hold on, sir. Hold on. What we are focusing now is the present president of the Congolese people. We are not. Yeah, whatever they did, Kabila, he is not the one. Yes, he may have indirectly new ruling blah 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 on the people of Congo.
But why are you talking
This man is the
the
person
problem
we
in
are
the
talking
Congo
about.
without involving President Kabila? He was the one who
Exactly.
took the
You that,
rebels to the
Mr.
table
Arch.
Because
to sign
You
those
can't
agreements
speak
that
about
resulted in
Tshisekedi
weakening
without
the
speaking about
army.
Kabila. It's not the way it is.
ma'am,
I know
that's why I
ideologically
said,
it may make sense, but it's not the way it is.
how does it
It's
how do
very
one
difficult.
hold on ma'am, excuse me. He actually had a deal with Kabila, right? That is what we're made to believe. It's okay. But
But
for
you got that
somebody
point.
who
Made to
Kabila
believe,
had
Sister
a
Arch, it's
deal
what is
with the
happened. It's not
rebels,
made to believe, it's what happened.
okay,
and
let's
I
say
think she
Because
yeah,
misunderstood the
I would
point.
say made to believe because I don't really, I told you earlier when this whole Congolese thing because it's becoming disturbing to me. I just pause and I don't want to come to Babati's live because it's actually disturbing me. And I know that if I come today, it's still the same old stories we have been hearing. I said something for anybody who wants to assume the position of a power should be futuristic. He already knows what he is delving in, but he is not futuristic. And I can tell you, we making excuses for him is not the way. He knows that. But what did he do at the initial stage? Just like you said, ma'am girls, it was because Kabila was still holding more power. Then why is he a figurehead there? The people of Congo have never enjoyed anything on his being their leader. So what are we saying? So for me, when the brother asked what would I have done different at the initial onset, is when this whole thing should have started. He should have been making alliance with the proper people. I am not saying going back to people who subjugated the people of Congolese. Because virtually they know who is who. It should have been making alliance, drawing attention. But we never had, how many times have we had him going out of his country? No, we don't.
So
So, my people,
you're not really following
yeah,
Mr. Tshisekedi's steps. He's been to Angola, my country, several times. He's been to Kenya for
sir, did
some
you understand?
agreements.
And now they say
So
Angola have been compromised. Is that not what I heard here? Is
Angola
that
has
not
been
what they said
compromised.
here? They said people that surround them have been compromised. Burundi have been compromised. That's exactly
But
what I
Yeah,
heard.
Angola has
you
been
see, no,
compromised.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
Angola
that
have.
is Jama,
They pulled out of.
Jama,
They
hold
pulled
on.
out of it.
Hold on. Jama, please. You see, that's the thing about the East Africa and Central Africa. The politics has to do with the Tutsi. And if you follow the stories, you will hear Burundi people coming and saying that the Tutsis came in and did the same thing in the early 1960s. You hear the indigenous Kenyan people saying the same thing. They've come in and want to take over. The Ugandan people are actually crying out and saying, Congo, please, y'all need to make sure that you make this make sense. Why do you think Burundi actually is there on the ground, pushing back the M23 as we speak in Bukavu? Because they said, if they take over Bukavu, the next thing they're coming for Burundi. You need to understand, it's bigger than what we think it is. It's not
Stop saying
secluded
it's
and
bigger.
close
They are
to
there for a reason.
Tshisekedi.
Please, ma'am. Stop saying it is bigger. You're giving the
It
impression
is,
that the problem
Arch.
cannot be
It
solved.
is.
No. The reason why they are there is to find a solution. It's not us giving excuses for
The
them.
problem
This
No,
is
is
it's
what
where
is
you
not an
have
being done
disheartened.
excuse.
right
It's
You're
a
now.
making me feel
reality
bad.
that the
In terms of
president
You're
of
making me feel like the
Uganda
people
is a
of Congo
Tutsi
are
who
helpless.
is actually unalived a lot of Hutsis
Then
and
why is
indigenous
it
people of
there?
Uganda. That is
Okay,
the truth.
fine
It's
and
not an
agree.
excuse.
When we keep on pushing blames on different dimensions, the problem is still the problem. He is there to solve the problem of Congo. And as he says, I don't know, but with what I've been listening so far, his surrounding environment have been compromised. What is it now? Okay, since they are compromised, he cannot go back to them because it's just like same old, same old.
Okay, oh sister, I think you need to understand that this conflict is being fought in two different dimensions: the diplomatic one and the war on the ground. You see, in terms of diplomacy, the DRC has already won. You understand? The work that President Tshisekedi is doing, along with his fellow Congolese, especially Madame Therese, I think it's Therese Wagner, the foreign minister, it's actually paying off. You understand? Now the international community understood that, okay, the problem is not only internal, as we were told before. There is actually someone who is behind that, and that someone is already identified. So in terms of diplomacy, I think the DRC has won. Now they are going to the second steps, which is imposing sanctions and trying to convince the one behind the conflict that, okay, this is not a positive way you are taking. You should remove your troops from the DRC and whatever. In case the one doesn't actually remove his troops from that territory, then I believe the second plan of the DRC will be put in action, which is the declaration of war. You see, but I think war, in my understanding, should first of all include diplomacy. And then after a long period of negotiation, if diplomacy is not actually paying off, then the declaration of war will be legitimated. You understand? So saying that President Tshisekedi is not doing anything, I don't think it's true. Because if President Tshisekedi was not actually doing anything, Rwanda would have even stronger army in the DRC territory. You understand? So the fact that now President Tshisekedi is, even people from Rwanda now are starting to understand that they are supporting something that is not actually legitimate. When they come to these platforms, you ask them, why are you supporting? At least everybody in Rwanda supported M23 up to this point, but now they can't even give proper reasons why they're supporting M23. That's a win for the DRC. Understand? So if they say, okay, we are supporting M23, and you ask them, okay, now give me two reasons you think are behind M23's desire to fight the Congolese government. They can't even give one reason. So this is actually what President Tshisekedi was actually aiming for, like showing the international community that if President Kagame was not behind this war, there would never be war in the DRC. You understand? So I think in that particular aspect, they won already. Now we are going to wait the sanctions and the conversations, the agreements they will sign with because the war is between Rwanda and DRC. It's not. I don't think it's between a movement for that is actually fighting for their rights, because no rights are there, and there is some kind of strong coincidence between what M23 is fighting for and what was happening in the Congolese army under President Kabila's presidency. One of the requirements of M23 is that the Congolese government should actually give them the control of some ministries, including the Ministry of Defense. I'm sorry. And this is what actually was happening during President Kabila's presidency. He was actually signing agreements that would give power to the rebel groups to actually incorporate some of their soldiers into the army. You understand?
It happened already, bro.
Yes, once Tshisekedi has actually identified this problem, he is now trying to remove the foreign power into the Congolese army. President
I have a question.
I'll finish. Let me just finish this point.
Hold on, let him
President
finish
Tshisekedi
because
once
I'm really
mentioned in
trying
an
to
interview.
understand.
Okay, President Tshisekedi once announced in an interview that there is a Nairobi agreement that states that all the army groups in the Great Lake regions should be treated under the Nairobi agreement. But unfortunately, countries like Uganda and Rwanda think that only the M23 should be treated in a different way, while under the Nairobi Agreement, which is not actually happening. So we all agree that all the rebel groups should be, all the armed groups should be categorized as rebel. But now, President Kagame is not. He finds it difficult to categorize the M23 as a rebel group. Why? Do you think that? Does he? Or would we think that he's actually finding it difficult because he gets some profit out of that? Yes or no? So this is a question that we should also reflect on. You see, if any other armed group is treated under the Nairobi Agreement, why is it that M23 is not treated under that particular agreement?
No problem. Can I
Hold
say
on.
something?
Hold on. Somebody said want to ask question. After the person asked the question, I did like to ask
I
him
have a
too.
question.
Please.
Can I make a
Actually, I have two
contribution?
questions.
Hold
The
on,
first
please.
question,
Well, they talking over each other. I'm not so good with it, so I presume at this junction that we should, one after the other, so that I can actually learn, because there are so many things now. I'm just,
Okay,
grasping.
right. It's my
Okay,
turn
ma'am.
then.
Okay.
my question was, we learned that there are about, I believe, four sets of Tutsi that are in Congo. There's those that were in 1845 who were given citizenship. There's those that came in 1959, and then there's those that came in 1994. Um, my question is, what is the process of getting a citizenship in Congo? Do you write an exam? What do? Do you just stand in Congo and claim that you're a citizen? What happened?
Directing the question to, is it everybody on the panel, or Jamal, or I mean, what's his name? Who are you directing the question to?
I'm directing to every Congolese because for all the panels I've been to, it sounds like the Wanyamulenge just show up and say, "Woo-ha, I'm Congolese," and I'm thinking, wait a minute. How did you become Congolese? And are you the Banyamulenge from 1845? Can you prove that one of your ancestors is from 1845? Or do you just happen to look like the Banyamulenge and now you are just grouping yourself with them and claiming that you have an ancestor from 1845?
I think there are some answers to that questions. They've been, but the back and forth, if there's anybody on the panel who wants to answer, please, that person can do. If not, I think we need to move to the next
I have
speaker.
two questions.
I think to have a
Um,
Congo citizenship, we
Yeah,
need the
it would
5
be
years
better
in the country.
if we could let a Congolese citizen to respond to this question. But what I could understand also from this conflict is that
I'll
people
try
from
to
people
answer.
from people
I'm
people
Hello.
trying
from
to
the
answer her question because it
yeah
seems someone is trying
yeah
to
I'm
answer the
trying.
question.
Okay, I'm trying to answer. I'm not gonna be deep because I'm not a citizen from the
Hold on,
DRC.
it seems
But
somebody else wanted to answer the question. She just
okay,
spoke. Let
all
the
right,
person
all right,
speak.
all right.
I think if it is written
You were
that
talking
person
about
has to.
the Banyamulenges that established themselves there in the 18 something or 19 something. Those ones, they were a group of, no, not the 18 ones. I'll talk about those that established themselves in the 19 something that helped President Mobutu to fight the rebellion called, I think, was Simba Rebellion. And he granted them citizenship. Those ones that helped him that helped him at that time. Therefore, those that came after them also automatically were given citizenship. But after, when Kabila came, in fact, President Mobutu and President Kabila, after understanding, I mean, these people in bracket, they qualified them as enemies of the state. I don't know the reasons, but this is what has been said by many in many documentary I've watched and some documents I've read. They were qualified as enemies of states, and that's where some of them started this rebellion, M23.
I think she asked the requirement for having Congo citizenship. I think it's 5
She
years
asked for
when
the
you have.
Banyamulenges.
No, I'm saying it's 5 years when you are living in Congo and you have your Congolese ID. So after 5 years, you can start the process to ask for citizenship.
And I'm also asking, what happens if you commit treason? Do you still get to keep your citizenship?
This needs deep research because I
It
think
doesn't. The constitution of Congo is very, very clear. If you commit treason against the country, you can no
every
longer.
country is like that. I think.
But then why
But
are the
we are not
Banyamulenge
strict
who
on
took
that.
part in the
We are
1996?
not strict on that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You are not strict, eh?
I,
Another thing I wanted to know, the rebel groups around Congo. How
Madam,
many
please
of
just allow Crazy to speak. You ask your question later.
I'm
Because
going
I
to
think
drop. I'm going to drop. I just have one last question. The rebel groups in Congo, apart from the fictional FDLR that they keep hopping on, how many of them are full Congolese? What I mean is, how many of them are Congolese people just defending themselves?
uh, you mean for those who are fighting?
Because they say there's 200 plus the rebel groups in Congo. How many of those 200 rebel groups are just people who don't trust the army and just trying to fight for themselves?
Okay, when you see the all troops which are in Congo, this one M23. If you read the story of Wanyamurenge, what you can find on Google, you find that they was there since the people. The people speak Rwanda. They was there since 1,700 years ago. They was there. So since then, there were people who can speak Rwanda was in Congo. So, but no one really knows clearly from.
That's not true, brother. That's not true.
You can check. No, I'm saying from the
But
source.
you're saying people speaking languages, people that speak Swahili in Congo. That doesn't mean that now they're Kenyan. What are you talking about?
No,
That's not a point.
No. Listen. Sometimes you need to. If I say something, I give you the source. You check the source
Yeah.
of Google.
No,
Uh,
Biangulengi people are Congolese people. Do you know what the problem is about Biangulengi people? Biangulengi people are going back to Rwanda, which they should have no involvement with. I understand that's their origin of their country. Yes, I understand that. But they are going back to Rwanda to come to invade Congo. Make that make sense. How are you Congolese, but you're going to support a country that's unalive your own people? It's not making sense, you know? Nobody said we don't. Let's not focus on the Biangulengi because Biangulengi people are Congolese people. Yeah, let's just leave it as that. But if you are Congolese, why are you going to Rwanda and telling them stuff and making them come into Congo to unalive the whole Congolese population?
there-
How are
there's
you Congolese if you
there's
do
this
things
one
like
woman
that?
who was saying that I don't know the name is Arik
Yeah,
something. The woman who is down here. So she was trying to explain
yeah,
many things, which also making me to think about it. At this stage here where we are, the Congo
yeah,
needs what we call quick fix, because it seems that maybe something is wrong in the Congo, in the government. Even we can also include the
my
president.
brother.
Because
The only thing is
let's
wrong.
finish. Let's finish.
Okay,
no,
sorry,
let
sorry.
him
Go on,
finish.
Let's
I
finish.
don't
go on.
like people
Sorry.
speaking
Excuse
over.
me, darling. I just apologized to him. We're having a debate. Sometimes it's gonna
No,
get
you've been
heated up.
doing
I
it
apologize.
consistently.
Okay,
You
now.
need to
So
roll
what are
with
you
this.
doing right now?
No,
What are
let's
you doing
talk.
right now?
Let's
Be
All
finish.
right, all
quiet,
right.
please.
We're
Let's
not
finish.
Thank
fighting.
you.
Don't
Let's
don't
finish.
don't
We
raise your
needed to
voice. I'm not a
discuss it.
child.
Find a
I'm
Stop
not
that.
solution.
raising your voice. This is how I speak. Don't be rude,
Oh,
please. Don't
it's okay,
discriminate
but it's
me.
enough. It's enough,
Thank you.
please. Crazy,
Thank you.
you've been
You do
talking too much.
enough. Shh. Mute your mic.
No,
Crazy, can you talk, please? Crazy, go on.
let's say, okay, we have been
Please
talking
summarize your point.
about.
Just tell us why you think Chisekedi is weak. Yeah.
No,
Just
no, I
be
will
brief.
don't directly point on the weakness of Kisekedi. I will a little bit go around to say clearly my message. So, at this time, before 2 weeks, the rebel was captured in Goma. The current situation now, they're about to take Kivu, as I understand from news, from France 24, from everywhere. So, and then there is another story that in Kinshasa, there is also worry about demonstration. The people want to demonstrate. This US has warned about this. That's why government has tried to put security everywhere. So it seems there is something growing like instability in the country. So at this stage, if really government see that the soldiers are not able to stop the rebels, at least they need the quick fix instead of losing everything and cause problem for the whole country. Sometimes you can agree for the point in case you see something is bigger than what you expected and you cannot solve it very easily. So there is a way you can even sign the fake agreement, which you know that you will recover later. Because there is something the Congo government simply to say the soldiers are not prepared for the war. These people, they say on social media, we can go Kigali, we can reach there, but in view of what we are seeing on the site, so it's completely different. When you see the Congolese military and you see the rebels, there is a big difference, even in terms of preparation, physical appearance. So if the government keeps saying that is going to defend its rise, so they need a quick fix, whether they agree for one
So,
point, which will be revised in the future, but they need to protect the entire Congolese citizenship to avoid the war to reach everywhere until the capital. It is possible that can happen.
that's
So
true, but what do you suggest is a quick fix? What's your suggestion?
I think, listen, already these people, they have the area. So whether Congo is planning to take it back, but it needs at least to stop the war in advance
Yeah.
everywhere. So maybe they can say, okay, let's stop from here. We hear what they are saying. I don't know whether, but the Congolese can also have the second plan in the future, what they will do. But
But my
they will
brother,
try to stop the
Me,
war.
madam, allow him to land. You are not the only one. Allow him to land. There are
why
people
do
who are
you
also
why do you
trying
keep
to
shouting at
learn.
me when I want to ask a
Allow him
question
to
and
land.
learn
No,
Hold
something?
on.
because
Babity,
I
listen,
you need to
I
go
want
back
to
to
learn
order.
something.
Hold
let's
on.
be
There are
continue.
people
Let's be
I
here.
finished.
Allow
Okay,
I
people
want
to
to
Stefan.
learn
land.
something. Why do you keep stopping me from
Hold
learning? I
on.
don't
I'm trying to
understand.
get what he is
Listen.
saying.
It's not a
Stop
problem.
interject. It's very simple.
I'm not
Every one of
interjecting. I'm
us here,
answering
we're
him a
learning. I'm
question.
learning
No, no.
too.
I'm
I will
asking
Hold
him a
answer
on,
the I
crazy.
question.
will
Hold on,
answer. I will
crazy.
answer.
You will ask your question, but you know there are other people here on the panel who have not said
So
anything.
when
You
you're
have been
talking, you can
talking,
talk to
talking. Hold
talk.
on, I don't want it to be as if it's just the two of us arguing. Ma'am,
It's
just
not
hold
the two.
on.
It's you. You always
I
have something
understand,
to
but just
say.
allow
Let her
him
give
to land
let her give
so
2 more
that I
minutes to
can learn
crazy. So
But
too.
let's finish. Let's finish. Okay.
It's
yeah,
not difficult.
let's be brief, crazy, because we
Listen.
want to speak as
Please,
well.
crazy, just
Listen.
continue. Every other person, mute your mic.
This is a similar case. Let's give an example. Maybe a wife and man, they have a kid. They want to divorce, but one want to take the child. So there is a time when one parents look what is really important to save the child, and then accept sometimes difficult things. But he knows maybe we'll try to bring the situation back from where it was. Congo, seriously to say, it seems that is going to be a big fight to fight these people. Needs more preparation and time, which is looking like, even if you rely for the foreigners' support, but the main issue is this: the Congolese needed quick, direct solution from them. Even if they will prepare for the later time, but this time they need direct decision without relying to anybody. This decision, when I say it, maybe you will think I'm on the side of labels or I'm side of there, but I will say what I really feel I think is right. At this time, all discussion was happening, was not included these labors, and there was excuse for labors to advance. I think the Congolese, because okay, if they have something else to do, they try. But for my view, I guess if they reach in Bukavu without even serious fighting, it seems they can reach everywhere in easy way. Congo government can revise what they was feeling. Maybe they try to trick a little bit to make some. It can even be fake agreement, which they know they will do it later in the future to take it back. But they needed to do this at this time. I'm not saying I'm going to France, because France, if France really very convince you that they're going to help you, they send the drones and they send their military there. Then they can even compensate from some resources Congo have, but they don't do it. So if they don't do it, you go there, you talk to America, you go to Congolese, Europe, they all say, but saying and acting is two different things. Congo needs to find the solution. Maybe they have to make any kind of agreement with the rebels. This is what I feel.
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, I have a different view from that what you have. You see, I think that President Kagame is actually doing well. Point number one, because it's not only an internal conflict. It's not just like a group of people from his country who actually fighting against his government. No, it's actually a country who is sponsoring a group of people out of to take benefit from that conflict. You understand? So these type of conflicts are much more complex than simply dealing with a rebel group. You understand? So the fact that President Tshisekedi is actually working well in the diplomatic realm, like you see the foreign minister is actually doing a great job. He's calling the attention of the international community.
No, you are not
right
working at a moment. You are not acting well when the rebel are taking other cities every time. That's not acting well. Because if what you are doing doesn't bring results, you need to change the way you do it.
This is not how diplomacy works, my friend.
Yeah,
it's
diplomacy
not just like because I'm being
strength.
attacked by a country, I should just attack. Because point number one, we understand and we all agree that the Congolese army is currently weak because of the agreements that the previous president was actually making with the very same rebel group. You understand? So
Leave President, listen, leave Kabila, leave everyone.
no, how
Because
can
those
we
will
leave?
not going to help. This is going to do a fast.
Who was the
Please just hold
responsible for
on.
weakening the
Kadoso,
army?
please hold on. Hold
No,
on.
please,
Arch,
just
be
answer
quiet.
this
People are
question.
talking.
Just
Be
please answer
quiet.
this
Arch,
question.
mute
Just
your
answer
mic.
this
Hold
question.
on. You don't even
When
know
Mute
what
your
I want to
mic.
say. Hold
No,
on,
mute your mic.
madam.
Someone is
who is the
talking.
Hold on. I'm
responsible
trying
for
to
Mute
tell
your
you you
weakening
are
mic.
the
trying to say
Congolese army?
something.
Please.
Madam, I'm not fighting with you. I think you
I know
came here
you're not,
just
but
to
mute your mic. The
just
man
Hold
was
on,
hold
talking.
on.
Let
guys.
him
Just
talk.
calm
Let him
down.
land.
I was
Let
Just
him
trying to
hold
tell
land.
him
on.
that you
I
wanted to say something and you
No, it's
hello,
okay. Let him
madam.
finish. Let him finish,
Hold on,
please.
hold
Mute your
on,
mic.
hold on.
can you
Hear
please
it. Yeah,
okay,
hold
crazy.
on,
Can you please
Kadisu.
answer me?
Hold
Can you
on,
please answer
hold
me
on.
who the responsible
Kadisu,
for
please hold on.
weakening
I need to
the
address
Congolese army,
something.
please? Oh,
Madam, I know you may
just
be here
hold
for
on,
a
you.
while. Hold on, please,
Please,
Kadisu.
Madam,
You
you
will
please.
have
don't
your
need to
time. I need
address me.
to
Let the man
address
talk.
something
I don't have
quicker.
nothing to say to you.
Madam,
Let the man talk. I don't want to
listen.
listen to you, please.
Everybody here on this
Let the man
panel,
finish his
we are
point.
hold
Let
on.
him
We are
finish
not
You
his
should
point.
fighting.
both
I just
hold
have to
on.
make
You
this.
should both
You
hold
are
on. I'm
sounding
still
as if you
asking
are quarreling
Crazy
with
some
everybody,
questions.
and it is not nice. You are not talking to a child, and I know you are not a child.
I
So
don't want to
please, if
hear
you
what you've
want me
got to
to
say. So why are
address
you
you
still
to be,
talking?
if you
Why are
want
you
me to
still
address
talking?
you
I'm not
respectfully, you
listening to
should also
you.
learn to address
Don't
other
talk
people
to me and
respectfully.
I won't
We're
talk to
not
you. Let the
fighting.
man
I'm
speak.
only
Let the
trying
man
to
speak.
make Kadoso understand that you wanted to say something. If he can wrap up, because he has been saying some things, so that you could say, the least you could do was just to keep
Okay, Art,
quiet and listen to what I was trying to say.
I
I'm
think
not
she got
fighting
you.
with you. You
Please,
need to
just
stop it.
okay,
You're sounding
crazy. Please, let's
condescending with your voice,
continue.
and it's unacceptable to me.
Yeah,
Please.
okay, Ark. I think it's done now. Crazy. Let's continue. Who do you think was the responsible for weakening the Congolese army?
I think from this point, the weakness is coming from the government readiness and
No,
preparation.
my friend, just answer my question. You see, who? Okay, in whose presidency was it that people from other countries actually infiltrated in the Congolese army? In whose presidency was that?
From the history of Congo was many wars and many changing of the presidents. So must be one of those presidents who was on the power before.
So okay, now let's imagine that if it was under the President Tshisekedi presidency, do you think we shouldn't cite President Tshisekedi even after all these I would say all these evidences that he actually also helped these former
President.
soldiers, no, the former soldiers from the Congolese army who are now fighting in the M23 movement.
Come again for the question.
Okay, my question is, how are you asking me to remove President Kabila from our conversations if he is also part of the problem?
Okay, I will tell you the reason. Okay, we keep the President Kabila like in the past, in the history, but at this stage, to say Kabila is not going to come and help something for what is happening. Is there enjoying
You
his
see
life?
why I'm bringing President Kabila again?
Yeah, but listen,
Let me just explain it. That's I'm gonna be very brief. If you are actually encouraging President Tshisekedi to sign fake agreements. That's what actually President Kabila did, and you see the consequences now.
No, okay. Let me ask you one question to answer your also. Do you think to leave the rebels continue fighting until when they take down the whole government and take the whole country is a good solution?
That's your view. I don't think President Tshisekedi is just letting the rebel take anything without like everywhere without doing anything. He's actually working in a diplomatic way. Wars does not only include fighting with arms, it also includes diplomacy. And President Tshisekedi is doing very well his diplomatic work. He's actually calling out the international community to see what's going on in the DRC. And people, even the Rwandese now, are finding it difficult to explain why they support M23. You understand? If you want to have like a real support from the international community, if let's suppose you crazy, you decide to create a rebel group in your country, you will only have the support of international community if you have proper reasons for doing so. And it seems that the M23 are not really fighting against any oppression from the DRC government. Point number one, they are allowed to have any access to any services in the DRC. They can become teachers, they can be part of the army, they can do whatever they want, they can have passports and whatever. So that means that they are not actually deprived of any rights in the DRC. So the question now is, why are they fighting for? Okay, people, including the Rwandese, believe that they are fighting for their rights. Now, when we ask them, okay, just give us 3 reasons why you think they're fighting for their rights, they can't even give a single reason. You understand? So this is actually what is changing the narrative of all this conflict. I could also assure you that in the beginning, I also thought that M23 were actually fighting for a proper cause. But as I started reading and listening to people talking, there's also that thing of I think it was a leader of the opposition party in Rwanda, who is now currently in exile in South Africa. I've listened to all his interviews, my friend. It's really said that, you see, President Kagame started as a rebel in Uganda, and then he went to his country, he fought, he became the president. I'm almost done. You see, it seems to me that he can do anything when it comes to money and power. Do you remember he was to sign an agreement with the UK to get illegal migrants from the UK to Uganda because of money? You remember that?
No, you are mixing things.
But
sorry? No, I'm not mixing things. I'm bringing you this to explain you that these men can do anything when it comes to power and money.
No.
Yeah, but listen. As long as listen.
Crazy,
Okay.
please hold on. Winnie, are you the next person to speak, or Paz? I think Paz came before you. So we're doing it. What do you call first come first serve? Please, Caruso and Crazy, I think we need to allow other people to speak. Paz, you have the mic. After Paz, Bao, I don't know, I can't pronounce your name well, I'm sorry. And Winnie, you take the mic afterwards. Paz, you have the mic.
You see what I'm saying? When I need to speak, why are you lot not allowing me to speak? She's done it again. And if I interrupt somebody, you're going to say I'm being rude. Let's all be respectful, I beg you. I'm not arguing with none of you lot, but let's respect each other. It will go in order, but allow people to have their turn to speak. Like, I'm going to let Paz talk, but allow other people to speak. It's just not one person sitting there advising us. Everyone's got a different opinion.
All right, thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. But I just want to talk a little bit about what the guy, Cardo and the Crazy were talking about. And then I don't see any point from you guys. Because I heard Cardo saying that the M23 were fighting for their right before. And then right now, he doesn't know what they're fighting for exactly. Which is something that...
Sorry, I didn't say that. I said at the beginning, I thought M23 was actually fighting. I thought.
All right.
It was just my thought because I'm an outsider.
All right, thank you so much. I got it now. Okay, guys, let's try to see the conflict between Congo and the M23. I don't really think if people are fighting for their right, they could fight in the way that M23 are fighting. And then beside that, I really believe that a lot of political leaders are into this fight because we all know our leaders. It's not about the army being weak, but it's about what we are going through currently, because they can be hungry wherever they are without food, and then the M23 are having food, they're having everything, and then you expect the army to do better than them. That's impossible. If you're trying to look up the materials, the armies, the weapons that M23 are using, they are modern. They are modern. You get? So this trying to show that the M23, they have a lot of people who are supporting them to fight for this Congo. They are not fighting for Congo, but they know exactly what they are looking for. Let me tell you what I think my opinions are about the problem in Congo and the M23. To be honest, guys, I don't really see any point